Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to another design challenge. Today I'm going to be taking a movie from my collection and making a poster out of it. Now, before we get started, please remember to hit like and subscribe, and also click the bell for notifications to be notified of all new content. Now let's get started. Alright, I'm here on the list randomizer, pasting my movie collection in here, and we're going to pick a random item. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. This is going to be perfect because today I'm actually going to be creating a Bauhaus poster without breaking any of the rules of color. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so here is the Mission Impossible Rogue Nation on Blu-ray that I have. As you can see, for Bauhaus, it's perfect. We've got red, white, black, this is terrible, I'm horrible at this, yellow, and then also blue for the Blu-ray. Of course, obviously, the blue is not part of the official movie poster, but we're going to bring in blue anyway. All right, so there's that, and let's go ahead and head over to Illustrator, and let's build a color palette based on the Bauhaus color palette. Build a color palette based on a color palette. Okay, let me try that again. We're going to build a color palette for this poster. There, much better. All right, so I just went ahead and typed in just a Bauhaus color palette right here straight into Google. As you can see, there's all kinds of different color palettes here. You're not necessarily limited to red, yellow, black, white, blue, although we are going to be doing that for today's video because I want to do the traditional colors for that. So I'm just going to grab this one right here because it's the very first one that comes up. This is absolute classic Bauhaus color palette design. And so let's go ahead and drop this into here. As you can see, I've already got the poster dropped into here as well. I want to get a pretty good amount of the information that's on this poster into our new poster right here. So I'm really just kind of using this as a guide, and I'm also thinking it'll be in terms of like the poster that comes out ahead of the movie itself. So we will be including things like, you know, in theaters and IMAX July 31st. Like this will be like standing in the place of the official movie poster that actually was put out by the studio. All right, so now I'm going to head over to Adobe Fonts, and we're going to I actually want to find some Bauhaus ones right here. This is the Hidden Treasures page, and this actually shows like a little short list of fonts that you can use. I would actually like to do something that's, you know, more on the traditional side, and the one to me that jumps out is this one right here. I don't know if I can actually pronounce that, the Joshmi regular. Luckily it's already activated. I'm sorry if I butchered it. If the creator of that font happens to be watching, let me see here. Some more fonts and pairings. Okay, Joshmi, whatever. Anyway, it's already activated. That's really the point. So that's what we're going to be doing. And let me go ahead and drop some text here. I was using Active Grotesque earlier. There we go. Okay, so that actually is pretty cool. I think that's going to work really well for this poster. So what we're going to do is I am going to just kind of design. I'm really just kind of go freely here. I'm going to speed up the portion of the video so you don't have to see me going through my entire thought process and everything. So let me just go ahead and get started, and I'll see you whenever I feel like it's valuable to say something. I may have said this in the past, but I just want to make sure that I say it again now, and I'll probably say it every video just in case you haven't seen any of my other videos. But always lay down your elements first before you colorize anything. That way you can actually, you know, that way you'll know that everything that you got laid on your artboard here is working as a design element before you actually color. As you've probably noticed by now, I did go in and change the font because I was concerned about the legibility of that font that I was using. And for something like this, for a Bauhaus, you know, like there are some classic ones that you can definitely use. However, there are some other ones that, you know, like with grotesque ones and everything. So this one that I'm using is called Newsit Grotesque. So this one right here is perfectly acceptable for doing Bauhaus posters. So sometimes I'll drop an element into a poster and not really know exactly what I'm going to do with it yet. So I did that just now with the plane. I just wanted to make sure that I got the plane in there, and that's based on the opening scene of this movie. Very intense scene and very good. So I just wanted to drop it in there. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it yet, but I think that the typography on this poster will probably end up being rotated at a 45-degree angle, you know, and just kind of like along with that plane. And then also the poster itself, everything is at a 45-degree angle. So I think I'm just going to use that as inspiration. Okay, so I kind of like this, you know, diagonal crisscross pattern that we've got going on. The plane is going off this way, and then the text is kind of going off this way right here. So we've got this nice crisscross pattern. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to add in just a few more like of these horizontal bars, the traditional ones that you see in Bauhaus poster design, just to kind of complement that and just to kind of accentuate it a little bit. All right, there we go. This is pretty cool. So what I did was at the very end there, I just masked it, and I'll show you how I did that. So what you do is you just grab your rectangle tool, no fill, no stroke, and just grab. Actually, let me just actually do it. Okay, so no fill, no stroke, and go like your entire canvas right there, and then make sure that it's brought to the front. So you bring it to the front. On a Mac, it's Shift, Command, and right bracket. On Windows, it might be Control, Alt, right bracket. I really hope that's right. I'm sorry. I don't work with Windows machines. Anyway, so you make sure that that is all the way to the front. Actually, let me do this here. So Object, Arrange, Bring to Front. There you go. So just do that. If you can't figure out the keyboard shortcut, select everything, and then I do Command 7, or that's just making a mask. So let me go here. Let's see, clipping mask, make. And then what that does is it just kind of contains everything in there without going to the edges of the artboard. Okay, so here is our Bauhaus poster design of not Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. And let me see, I just want to at least try something here just to kind of give this a little bit. No, that's not going to work because that would interfere with the text. Okay, all right, so let's copy this and bring it into Photoshop, and we'll just kind of add just a few, just a few little effects here and there. So this one right here, the way that it pastes in like this, the reason it's doing this is because of all of the elements that are going outside of the artboard. So what I'm going to do is on the height, I'm just going to just type in 100%. So that's going to keep the 100% sizing of our document with all of our artwork. And then I'm just going to optically, well, actually I don't have to optically do it, just do that right there because we've got that mask on there. And then what I like to do is I like to go and grab the background and plug it in directly into Photoshop. That way, if we ever need to change the background color, we can just do it quickly in Photoshop with the solid color layer. All right, and then I'm gonna go into my resources here, go and grab some aged paper, and that way we can just kind of lay a nice overlay on there and just make it look really nice. Give it a little bit of texture. Okay, so I got this cream laid writing paper. I think I've used this one before. It's a nice nice color to lay on top. And we'll just texturize it a little bit. So if I go up to 100% view, once my computer catches up from choking, you can see just kind of what this texture looks like right here. So it looks like it's not printed on some nice, like maybe museum quality paper or something like that. And then I usually go with overlay. However, we've got a lot of bright colors that we're working with here, so you want to do something that'll kind of mute those colors a little bit. But we still want all of those colors to show through. So difference is a good one right here. So as you can see, because of the color of this paper overlay, it really is saturating a lot. So what you can do is you can desaturate this right here, and that way all of those colors will show through exactly as they are. And if you want to go in and add, you know, some like curves right in here just to kind of help those colors show through a little bit more. You don't want to make it too harsh and, you know, just kind of blow everything out. But this is like a nice balance right here. And then what I would do, just to make this look like it's a little bit more aged, is add a Gaussian blur to our Vector Smart object here. So probably between like 2 and 3. So I think 2 will do just fine. That just kind of makes it look a little bit more aged and not so crisp and perfect. And then I'm gonna add a slight noise layer, maybe like 10%, something like that, and then go to overlay right there, and that kind of ages it up a little bit. And there are other things that you can do with something like this. You know, you can add more effects and layer styles and things like that. But here is our Mission Impossible Rogue Nation Bauhaus poster. There it is.
There it is.
Sorry about that ending there. I didn't quite know what to say other than here it is. But here it is right here if you want to take a look at it. If you like this video and you learned something from it, please let me know down in the comments. I love to hear feedback. Also, please make sure you're subscribed and click the bell for notifications to be notified of all new content. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.